Here at the Ludiverse podcast, we want you to have amazing sex, which is why I want to tell you about a popular sexual enhancer, the Promescent Delay Spray. It's been used by over 1 million men and it's clinically proven to help you last longer in bed. It takes the edge off and sensitivity levels down, so you don't have to worry about finishing too soon. No prescriptions, no mess, and no pesky subscriptions required. Just better sex, guaranteed, with a 60-day money-back policy. I myself recently used this, and I gotta say, of all the products that I've tried, this has worked the best so far. It's super easy to use. It comes in a discreet package, and it's just super effective. I can personally endorse this product. See what the buzz is about for yourself, and grab a bottle along with all of your sexual wellness products, specially formulated arousal gels, to supplements, and more, all in one trusty spot that ships fast and discreet. Go to Promescent, PROMESCENT.com. They've got an assortment of products to enhance your sex life. And if you use promo code Ludiverse15, you're going to get 15% off your purchase and free shipping. Once more, it's promo code Ludiverse, LEWDIVERSE 15 for 15% off your purchase, free shipping. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ludiverse. I am your host Jay, back again, and I have with me, would you care to introduce yourself?
I'm Paloma, but you can call me Mama. I'm a sex coach and mentor, and I'll be talking about my practice and a little about orgasms today.
So, sex coach and therapist, is this something you have a degree for, or is it just something you went through like a training course and got a certificate for?
No, actually, I'm a psychologist. I graduated from general psychology, and then I study a master in sex and couple therapy. And then I switched to sex coaching and mentoring. So yeah, I have my professional background that it goes with my practice.
Excellent. So, when you deal with your sex therapy, I imagine you have clients. What general kind of things do you talk about with them?
Well, depends on what they reach out to me, but most of them reach out because they are struggle with anorgasmia or not achieving orgasms. So basically, my mentoring or my coaching is based on giving them like a proper sex education, and also I start to like talk about how they like the story they have created around sex and like in around orgasms, what are they believe or what they are like their blockages or what is holding them for achieving orgasms.
So, do you try to show your clients techniques to get a better orgasm, or is it all just talking and working through mental blocks?
It's a combination, I will say, because first is like the talking and the stuff, but then when just I'm done with the talking, I give them like some techniques they can like techniques and exercise with to do with their partners or alone, depends which energasmia they have. So I think yeah, both of them I apply in my practice.
Okay. You keep saying it's inorgasmia.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just like orgasm in another language, or is that like a
Okay,
condition?
so anorgasmia is actually like a pathology that women present when they can orgasm. So there's three types of anorgasmia. That is the primary anorgasmia, secondary anorgasmia, and situational anorgasmia. And the primary anorgasmia is about like a woman that has never reached an orgasm in her life, not before, not now, and secondary anorgasmia is when the woman was able to achieve orgasms before and then currently can achieve them. And situational anorgasmia is when a woman can achieve orgasm by herself, like masturbating and solo sex, but can't not achieve it with a partner. So yes, that's my first step in my coaching is to know which orgasms they have.
Okay. You hear a lot of people talk when you're on social media and stuff. How often, when you talk to couples about the female's inability to orgasm, how often are the men kind of resistant to believe that they're incapable of providing an orgasm?
Well, men are the more resistant in this topic because they can like most of them can't accept that their woman is not coming or not experiencing orgasm. So when like that's why my practice is all about like I focus on women because actually they are the ones that reach out for help. And I don't know. Is it still a taboo, the orgasm? Like the thing about this, like that is very very common, is that women start faking orgasm. So like when they come clean to their men, telling them like, "Hey, I can orgasm" or something, like they are usually like accept it or like they don't accept it. So that's why most of the women reach out for help alone.
Yeah, because you hear most guys, not most guys, we'll say a lot of guys that are like, if you can't get your woman to an orgasm, you're not a real man. But I know for a fact, because I've actually talked to a bunch of women that have different stages of anorgasmia, which I now know that term, and and it's like it's not anything to do with what you can and can't do. Some people just can't reach that state.
Yeah, they say like only close to 20% of women can achieve orgasm only by penetration. Like the other 80% can achieve orgasm with penetration and stimulation of the clitoris. So like it's something very very common that a woman can not achieve orgasm only with penetration. But the thing is that they don't speak about this. They just stay quiet and they start faking, and then like it becomes like a cycle. You know what I mean? Like they can stop faking or they can stop, like they don't have the honesty to come clean because there's a lot of like a lot of issues involucrated in this, like for example the shame. They don't wanna like know that their men know that they can achieve an orgasm because it's something that puts you like in an experienced position or something like that. So there's like a lot of mental issues related to this topic of faking and coming clean and saying the truth, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah, I understand that completely. It's just like I've been with a couple partners myself who like cannot achieve orgasm with penetration. It like they need some kind of clitoral stimulation to be able to achieve it at all. And it's a lot more common than people would want to think. As you stated, the whole 20% and all that. But it's like guys have grown up in a world where like your masculinity is determined on is all based around your sexual performance.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So like guys will pressure a woman to the point where they feel they have to fake the orgasm rather than tell them like, no, it's not working this way, you have to do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the women are being unfulfilled because their guys are pressuring them because society's pressuring the guys. And it's nobody's happy then.
Yeah, that's so true. And it's funny because like most of them sometimes they are, as you say, they aren't having the proper stimulation, so they don't fix in the inorgasmia stuff, because if you are not having the right stimulation, you don't have a problem, you're just having the wrong stimulation.
Yeah, it's one of the things that keeps coming up in my show. Every single topic, no matter what we're talking about, it's all about the communication.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not communicating with your partner, then you're kind of letting yourself down and your partner. So
Yeah, communication plays a big role in this. I always tell and to my clients like you need to communicate what you like, what you don't like, what are your like your sexual needs. Because if you don't do, who's gonna do it? Like you're just gonna be having sex and no sense because nobody's getting the big O, or only the man is ejaculating, and what about you? So yeah, you need to communicate what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah. And one thing that I see keeps popping up in some of the conversations about orgasms is you'll see guys that are like, the woman's orgasm isn't necessary; it's purely a pleasure thing. Only the male orgasm is necessary for procreation. And while this is true, technically, from a physiological standpoint, this is true. The female orgasm does fluctuate the muscles that help guide the sperm to the egg. So if you more likelihood of actually impregnating them, if you're only having sex for procreation, then you need to make sure your woman gets her orgasm so that you'll increase the chances of pregnancy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they say that. Like, I don't know if there's a lot of truth in that, but yes, I guess.
No, it's something I saw it and I looked into it, and yeah, it's just it's just the way the everything works together. So
Yeah.
so the female orgasm is very important for life on planet Earth.
Yeah, definitely. And like, I would like to say that it's not always the main goal. Like, I always tell like that you don't need to have an orgasm in order to like enjoy sex. Sometimes you come, sometimes you don't. Like, don't force it. Like, sometimes you just have a good time having sex, and that's it.
Back to the sex mentoring. What else do you generally kind of cover aside from just orgasm, or is that your primary focus? Is the orgasm section?
Well, at this moment, I'm just like focusing on that because I actually launched a program that is about like one. It's called sexual healing, and it's about like orgasming, like women that are struggle with orgasms, and like also sexual trauma. That's another stuff that I cover too in this program. So yes, I also work with women that have like vaginism, and that's the pain of having sex, and then they can even like have a penetration because the pain is so hard that they can even like achieve, like it's something even worse to treat that orgasm because it's all mental, and they need to like to deconstruct all these limiting belief around sex, or if most of them like present sexual trauma before, and that's why they're just having vaginism. So I think yeah, that's the main three topics that I'm working on with my clients currently. Have you heard about vaginism?
I have not.
Well, it's like when you are suffering from like pain, and first thing they do is go to the gynecologist and they say everything is okay, you don't have any problem down there, but then the it's like it's like something mental, and they can even like enter a tap on, or they can even have a penetration with a penis. So it comes like from being very uncomfortable to quite painful. And there's two types of vaginismus, and there is like the when the woman has same as orgasm. There's vaginism primary, that is when the woman never had any penetration. And then there's the secondary, that this is when a woman has had sex without pain before, and but then it becomes difficult or impossible. So yeah, most of them, like, you can treat them like with a lot of sex education, and digging deep in what they like, how was the first sexual encounter in their life, because most of this problem came from that first sex experience. And yeah, they always like have a better when they come to me, and then like they can have a penetration. So yeah, it's something curable.
Well, that's something I've learned something new. I'm always for learning about new things. Is it how common is that?
They say last statistics that I saw, it was like 3% of women have this condition.
Okay, so not super common, but not impossible. So there's something for anybody in the audience to look out for.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned you had a program called Sexual Healing. Would you want to talk about that?
Yes, sexual healing is like a personal growth program for women, and is 8 weeks of coaching with me directly. Like I give them one-on-one calls weekly, and also I offer like an online course where they can get like the sexual education, and is every week we talk about a module, and also like some stuff outside the module that they want to discuss with me. So I'm now like enrolling for like it's open to more clients, and it's like it's the sexual healing is the program that I wish I had when I was like more lost in my sexual life.
Yeah, I'm sure that the majority, if not all, of the audience, myself included, could have used some kind of a guide when we were getting started on our sexual journeys in life. So the mentor and the sexual healing program and everything. How long do these typically run, or are they just kind of until it's done kind of thing?
No, it's an 8 weeks program, so the problem is fixed in 8 weeks.
Have you had any cases where it wasn't fixed in 8 weeks?
Actually, no. They all achieve their goal in the most of them in between week 5 and 5 6. They get what they want.
That's an impressive track record. 100% success.
Yeah, you will be impressed because, as I say before, like the thing here is that most of them reach out to me because they didn't receive the sex education they want. They are not like able to talk or to vent to someone about their sexual stuff. So it's so easy when they come to me because I actually provide everything that they need. So it's very complex like program, like it's I don't think that I think that if we all have received like the proper sex education, I think the world will be different, because most of this stuff is because they don't even like know what is their anatomy or how to touch themselves or how to explore themselves. So it's very basic stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah.
And is the program, if, say, some guy wanted to learn how to, give his partner a better orgasm, would you allow just a single guy to take your class, or would they have to have a female partner?
Actually, first I do coaching for men, but not the sexual healing. Sexual healing is just like I just focus on women. But if, for example, a woman wants to bring their partner, they can into like maybe the two last weeks of the program, because that's when like I already know the client and I already know which are their fears or their intentions or anything. So I allow them to bring them like to the last 2 weeks. But for men, I just offer like sexual coaching and sexual mentoring, but without the program.
Okay. Yeah. If anybody's interested, I'll have all the necessary links and contact information in the show notes. Do you have a website that you do this through, or is
Yeah.
it just
Yeah. My website is Aware from Awareness, AwareMoMa.com. And you can find me in any social media as AwareMoMa.
Yeah, I saw your Instagram. It's pretty. You update pretty regularly, and there's a lot of information.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's AwareMoMA. Like I said, I'll add the links in the show notes if it's easier just to click things. And you said you're getting ready to start accepting new clients.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so get in fast before everything gets full,
Yeah,
because the world needs more orgasms.
it does. Definitely.
What actually made you want to focus on these things? Like, were you just studying psychology and you thought, you know, more people need to learn about orgasms, or was this something you thought of before you started going to school?
So when I was studying psychology, I actually didn't felt connection with any of the subjects in the career. I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to be a like educational psychology. I don't want to be a clinical psychology. So then that's when I found the master. And in the master, that is about sex and couple therapy, that's where I noticed a big problem with orgasm, because I was like giving therapy as part of my master. So there were a lot of women like in their 50 or in their 40s that they just came to me and say, oh, I don't know what is an orgasm, I don't know if I have had one. And they were like 40 years old, 50 years old, and I was like, what? I like, it was something that was like very shocked. So that's when like my interest for orgasm started. That's when like I even started like studying more on my did my investigation about orgasming. And that's where like I think I fall in love with this cause, because it is a cause, because I believe there's still like a lot of taboo and women that cannot speak about this. So yeah, I think that's where it all starts.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that there are women in the past and women in the future who are going to be very grateful for what you do. And likely a few guys, because, if the woman's enjoying the sex, then they'll have more of it. So, is there anything else about the mentoring and all that we didn't cover that you really wanted to get out there to people?
Well, like I would like to go back a little about like the fetishes, because I want to make clear that fetishes are only harmful if they cause distress to the individual. So yes, like I'm open to receive people that they believe they have like that the fetish are presenting a problem in their life. So yes, I wanted to make clear about that. And also that I'm currently developing like a program for couples that is going to be called Coming Back Together, and it's especially for the couples that are like experimenting low sex drive or not sex at all, or are like coming apart from each other, like, well, coming not falling apart from each other. And yeah, and for couples that also have a like maybe a long time relationship, and they have lost the spark. So if there's any couple that's is interested in this, just reach me out, because I'm currently almost like launching the program. So yes.
So, is this something you're going to be doing primarily just yourself, or do you have plans to maybe include others to make it more accessible to a wider range of people?
Yeah, I want to make it more accessible, because as you know, sexual healing is just for women. So I'm trying to like have a big open or an open mentoring.
Have you put any thought into maybe like recording certain aspects that are just kind of like general concepts that would apply to a majority of people, and offering them up on, like, maybe make them available for sale on your website, like $5 a video or whatever?
Yeah, I was thinking and launching like ebooks, so it's more accessible to people, like if they can afford the program, or they want to first like maybe know how I think or how I work. So yeah, that's something that is definitely in my radar.
All right, well, that's something to look forward to. And I will, if you get to a point where you have expanded your program and, you want to come back on and, talk about it and advertise for it, you're more than welcome.
Thank you.
We can chat for a few
Hmm.
minutes.
Thank you, Jay.
It's been wonderful talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
It's a great thing that you're doing. It's a great service that you're providing. And I wish you all the luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much.
And if anybody out there has any questions, they can contact her directly through all of her social medias. You can contact me. I can get a hold of her if that's easier. Ludiverspodcast@gmail.com. I'm available on all social medias. Just look for the show name. And until the next time we talk, keep communicating, keep each other safe, and just remember to have fun. Bye. The Ludiverse is sponsored by the House of Algos. Go to gumroad.com/House of Algos for a wide number of recorded classes on BDSM topics, including mindfucking, negotiation, knife play, fire play, flogging, whips, developing your dom or sub side, finding play partners, and much more. And use discount code COMMUNICATE, COMMUNICATE, for 10% off of any purchase. That's House of Algos, HOUSEOFALGOS.
Thank you for listening to Ludiverse. If you have any questions or comments, contact us on Twitter or Facebook. Just search for the Ludiverse. Remember to rate and review wherever you listen. If you want to help support the show, please consider donating to our Patreon.